Sean Capri, and welcome to We the GamerCast. It publishes every Monday on Spotify, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts. But patrons get it first. I feel like I messed up the intro. Thank you guys so much for being here, telling your mom, telling your friend, for telling your dad, for telling the guy at your local comic book shop, telling the person at the McDonald's drive-thru, telling everybody. Thank you guys so much for sharing the show and for being here. I'm stoked, man. It's a good time. I am... We're about to get into an amazing chat that kind of goes everywhere. I don't know that this is like the deepest conversation that I've had on the show, which is maybe, I think actually not even maybe, this is great. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. But if you're new, here's the deal. Every week we have sweet hangs with a stranger from the internet, or actually in this case, a long time friend. And we talk about life and games. And if you want to be part of the show, just tweet at me at Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants. What did I mess up in the intros? You guys, I don't know. I'm not going to redo it. I'm sitting here. I've got comic books sitting in front of my face because I just went to both the library and the comic store, which seems to be a bit of a weekly thing now. I don't know what the heck has gotten into me. Somehow I think I've just managed to find a space for these things, which is kind of the main reason why I don't buy too many things. I don't have like a lot of goods that go into my garage or anything like that because there's no room in my garage. But guess what? I've got this shelving unit behind me. You guys have all seen it. So that's where books are going now. I mean, it's got mostly toys, but oddly enough, I'm kind of like shoving toys aside as I look all around me to just think, what's going next, man? I got a Spider-Man book. The guy was just kind of chatting with me. I was picking up my latest Scott Pilgrim book, which patrons especially, stay tuned. We've got some cool stuff coming. If you're into comics, if you're into Scott Pilgrim, we might be working a little something. And the guy I was just paying for my Scott Pilgrim book, and he's like, well, there's this blah blah blah, like, you know, the Spider-Man book that J.J. Abrams did. I'm like, I don't know anything about this stuff. You know, like I'm a dum-dum who's reading Scott Pilgrim like 15 years later. Like, when the hell was this even written, man? The movie came out like forever ago. I'm just kind of like peeking inside here. I don't want any spoilers. I got the fourth book, and it's hardcover, so it's like, you know, I got to kind of pace this a little bit because it can get a little nuts. The like second page is Scott Pilgrim gets it together, I mean, it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. How do you not like this? How have I not read this before is really the question. So I'm pretty stoked about that, you guys. And speaking of, what did I say, patrons, we're going to do a little something, I think, with this Scott Pilgrim thing. And if you guys agree that video games bring people together, and if you want to support what we do here at Yumi Capri, you can go to patreon.com/Yumi Capri. You power this community and you support independent art and content. And just for $1 a month, you get early access. You get it all on one feed. For $3 a month, you get exclusive content. You can ask me questions every week on the Pants Patreon podcast. For Patrons podcast, there are nearly 70 people. Damn, it's like 67 people over at patreon.com/Yumi Capri. You could be one of them. And I wanted to welcome our newest patrons, Buck and Yarden. Thank you guys so much for jumping on in. And also wanted to give a special thanks to our Capremium producers, Lee Navarro, the fearless leader of the Phoenix Overdrive Extra Life team, and Johnathan Brown, the man behind the music on the Xbox Drive and the Nintendo Drive. He's also my guest today. Please go support him at youtube.com/PME Entertainment. PM Entertainment, Purple Monkey Entertainment. Platinum producers, Robbie Bobby Miller and Trucker Sloth, and our gold members, Argo, Benji Kong, Brendan Myers, Dallas Robbins, Dano, Emily O'Kelly, Foolish Fuji, Joel Brooks, Jose Jimenez, Mac Time, Marcus O'Neill, Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Boots, RJ Kern, Skinny Matt, and Xavier Reyes. Thank you guys all so much. Patreon.com/Yumi Capri. You sign up, you get your own shout out. What else am I going to tell you guys? I'm stoked about this episode. I'm really proud of the way the shows have been going over the last couple of weeks. I just saw today that PlayStation kind of reversed their stuff about Horizon Forbidden West, and I'm sure Ryan and Matt are going to be talking about that on the PlayStation Drive. I hung out with my kids today. We played Pokemon Go. We showed my mom what Pokemon Go is all about. Her mind was blown. She's like, wait a minute, so how do you know like where these Pokemon are? And I'm like, well, there's like these Pokestops, and we kind of go around those. And she's like, well, what does that have to do with the phone? And it's like, it knows where we are. It's like Google Maps. And she just kind of, I think she's still recovering from an exploding head. She's just sitting at home, just kind of reeling with that. It was a lot of fun. We did that. We went to the library, which is always a good time. I love that that's a thing that I'm doing with my kids, and they love it. Like, this notion that you can just go and get free books, it's like, that's a big deal to them, and they love it. We went to the comic book store, which they are enjoying as well. Man, life is good. And this is all after, I have to say, what I think was a pretty tough week. I was looking down the barrel of this week, this time last week, going like, "Goo!" It is that was tough, man. It was a lot of work, a lot of late nights, a lot of shuffling of my schedule. I have to admit, not the best on my fitness journey, but I've got a couple runs going, and I want to say thank you to everybody. There's been so many, actually probably too many to name. Maybe I'll find a way to do this at a certain point, but I've got 2 runs going, one for heart health. There's a heart hospital here in Edmonton, that the Mazankowski Alberta Heart Institute. I'm doing a run for that, and I'm damn near $2,000 raised for that. I'm also doing a run for in memory of my good friend Justin Ching, who died of suicide a number of years ago. I still stay in touch with his family, and I take this run very, very seriously. I like to be the top fundraiser for these things, and you guys are helping me do that. I don't even remember. I have to check again. I think I'm somewhere around $1,400 or $1,500 for Justin's run, which is just amazing, because it just shows that we are there for him and his family, and that we don't care if there's a stigma around this. We don't care. We are going to raise a bunch of money. We're going to pour our hearts out for it, man. And it means a lot to the family. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who's donated. You guys all know who you are. And that's kind of it. Stay tuned on Twitter and everything. I'm sure I'll be tweeting out links to that if you haven't already. If you wanted to donate and you haven't had a chance yet, I will tweet some links out for that as well. Or you can just ask me. I can send it to you directly. Okay. That has been my week. I am stoked to share this conversation that I had with Johnathan Brown, because he's one of the most kind and supportive friends I have on this planet. He supports the show at the highest possible level, and he damn near always has. He's the man behind the music, as I mentioned, on the Xbox Drive and the Nintendo Drive. You're about to hear a track called Puzzle, which you can find on Spotify and at purplemonkeyent.com. All the links are in the show notes, so I know some of you guys like to write notes down, but you don't have to. It's all in the show notes. Click on the links. Please support this man to the best of your ability. Let's get right on into it with my good friend, Johnathan Brown. What is with the sock?
Yeah, I don't have a pop filter, so this is my next best thing.
There's something about it that it's just like, it's kind of nice. I used to do that when I would podcast with Bobby. I had a different kind of setup, and I would always kind of like rub up against it. And I don't really want to do it on this one, because this is kind of different. Like, I don't know how
it's
I would
a really
clean
nice
it.
mic. It's really nice.
Dude, your mic sounds really good.
Thank you. I bought this for I don't even know how much. I think it was $60.
It looks like a stuffed animal. It looks like not a microphone right now.
It because an entire sock is covering this. This is a very long.
It is a long
sock.
You don't see long socks like that too much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, most of my socks are very long. Most of them. They have designs on them and stuff. Hold on. I have this one with Yoshi on the side.
Yo, those are sweet.
Yeah, I have a lot of weird character socks and stuff like that, because my brother likes to get socks and stuff like that, so he every Christmas I always try and get him a different pair that he doesn't have, but usually if he sees socks that I like, he'll usually buy them. So if I am correct, he did buy me those, and then I have some Animal Crossing ones that I bought. I have Street Fighter, old Cartoon Network Boomerang cartoons Jetsons and all of them. I have one with them on it. Have old Nick cartoons, a whole bunch of them. So yeah, it's
one thing I feel you can kind of get away with. I don't know necessarily I could go out in pajama pants in general, probably a bad thing, right? But probably not any pants really at all with cartoons on them, I don't think. But socks, no problem.
That's a whole different.
I wear I had Sonic the Hedgehog socks with a suit on today.
And look, no one would have known.
No one would, and when they do, they're like, "Yeah, sweet." It's just a subtle kind of thing. It's kind of it's kind of what people do for weddings now. They'll have I had even Mario cufflinks on my shirt, and they were kind of just most people didn't see them, and if you did, you're like, cool.
Yeah, see, it's that subtlety of it. That's just oh, okay, all right, I see you.
Do you have tattoos, JB?
I don't, but I want tattoos.
Do you? Do you really?
I do. Yeah. One of my best friends, I got her a tattoo set for Christmas because she wants to become a tattoo artist and stuff. So she's been doing other people, and I've been wanting one across my arm.
Yeah.
And I have the idea in my head. It's a Kingdom Hearts one.
Of course.
There's 3 icons for
What, did it take us 3 minutes for Kingdom Hearts to come up?
Honestly, yeah. Look, it wasn't going to take too long. But, yeah, so it's 3 icons. It's a key, and then one is like a shield and a wizard hat. And it's supposed to be Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Yeah.
So I want to get that, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I want it in color or if I want it in like just black.
I think I was thinking about tattoos as well. And as much as I like full on color, I like just the, I don't know, it's clean, just black.
Yeah.
And like I feel like color kind of fades after a while. I'm not sure if that's actually the case.
No, it is, because then you have to go, like, I know a lot of people who have like kind of the faded tattoos, and every once in a while they have to go get it touched up and stuff like that, and then that's extra money you have to pay. So it's like,
that's the other thing that I'd never even consider, because I just have never thought about it far enough to get me even close to actually getting a tattoo. It's like, the shit's expensive, man.
Yeah. I know a lot of my friends have tattoos, honestly. Like, a lot of them had tattoos. My manager, she has one which is on her arm as well, of Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Because she really likes The Nightmare Before Christmas, so she has that. My best friend, who I was talking about earlier, she has like a whole like flower on her like foot. Which she said was the worst pain.
The worst idea. Man. It's just like, what do you?
The worst idea.
Yeah. Too many bones to like. I don't know. It's
a lot of
good.
tendons and
all
exactly.
that. Even just if you're to like take like even just a nice light touch, like it's gonna trigger some sort of response. Just a little tickles, like, oh no way. Exactly. Kind of forget like how to like the act of getting a tattoo. So that's the other part I rarely think about. I'm just like, oh, that arm looks sweet. But then I think about it, it's like, dude, that's just like digging into your skin and I guess like pouring ink inside. I'm not entirely sure the whole mechanics of. I want to see like slow mo, like 1,000 frames a second.
Slow-mo,
have you?
And it's so weird because I've seen like the up close slow mo, and it's just like a whole bunch of needles just going in and out, and
a whole bunch.
A whole bunch of needles just going like in and out of the skin, and it's like, I'm like, yeah.
I don't understand how like some of these people are such great artists though. Like that is, it's so hard, and also it's all like a person, so no takesies backsies,
Yeah, it's just
instant
one
permanent.
go, and that's
it. The ultimate like Sharpie,
Yeah, basically.
Like, Sharpies come off eventually.
Eventually, you gotta rub them hard enough. Funny enough, from what I know, tattoos can actually come off too, because one of my friends who is going through a lot of stuff right now, she was really stressed, and she had like a tattoo like right here on her hand, and she was just so stressed that she just kept scratching it. And when I seen her the other day, it was like completely faded out.
No way.
I was amazed because I had never seen anything like that before. Yeah. So I mean, it's not that permanent.
Maybe it was a fake tattoo. Maybe it was just like she's telling you she was stressed out and she just didn't want to admit that she got a fake tattoo because that's kind of,
Maybe I wouldn't.
Although I wouldn't judge the fake tattoo because, to be honest, like for somebody like me who doesn't have any tattoos, that'd be a good test. Like, do I like this?
Yeah, it's a I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Inkbox. But this was before I was like 21 and I had money and I had the choice to make adult decisions.
Yeah.
Where it's basically like, yeah, I know, right? It's like ink, and you can basically put it. You can like just draw whatever you want on you, and it'll stay there. It's like a semi-permanent tattoo. Like it'll stay there for probably like a couple weeks or whatever, and then after a while, it just fades away.
See, the thing is about in Canada, like you're always in like sweaters like this all the time. Like nobody sees our bodies.
True.
Like,
you could I bet you could rock the teardrops. You know what I'm saying?
There's
you
no
could rock
way.
one of the tears.
No way. What I need is some sort of like opposite of like bags under my eyes. Like I need some sort of like tattoo that keeps my eyes open. Like you're catching me at the end of the day where I had a nice early start and I'm just like, I got these lights in my eyes. I'm like, dude, I look like, I don't know.
Look,
I look like I'm celebrating
like,
420, man.
Yeah,
this is me. Like, they're terrible, right? Like, I can't even do anything about it. Like, I just...
See, and I didn't notice it until you said something.
Nah, I shouldn't have said anything.
You shouldn't have said anything.
I really shouldn't have, but I look...
So now I'm going to be looking you in the eye this entire time.
Like, you can pull my hat down a little bit. This is the thing. Like, I've been doing this show on either a Monday or a Friday over the last... forever. And I'm back at work on Mondays and Fridays back in the office, and I'm on a bus at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm like, these days are kind of long. And so I don't know. I catch myself in the camera every once in a while. I'm like I'm good up until a certain point in the day, and then like I don't know, man. I don't know.
It just falls apart.
It basically just falls apart. So
it's okay.
Yeah, that's why that's a huge reason. Well, not really, but now that I'm realizing it, continuing to be a reason why this is just an audio podcast, dude.
Look, Sean, you're still cute. It's okay.
Aw, thanks.
You're still cute.
Aw, so are you. You're cute. What do you got? A blanket going on there? What do you?
Yeah,
you all cozy up there, man.
I am all cozy because this is just a normal conversation for me. I've missed you. That's why.
I missed you too. Well, this is a rare 2-time in the same year appearance for you, man.
Oh yeah, I have done it once already this year. So
we promised each other the last time it wasn't going to be long until the next one.
Very true. Very true. So look, our promise has been kept. We haven't broken it.
We did it. Yeah, man. I was thinking about I don't even want to jinx it right now. Things have become pretty bad here in Canada with the COVID and everything. But I have plans. I have flights booked for Toronto and New York, and I would like to do some like live recording stuff. I'd like to be in the same room with somebody and kind of. I thought about them. Like I probably could record a bunch and that could take me to the end of the year. To be honest,
yeah. I mean, in all honesty, you could do like if you wanted to, because I know for New York, that's extra life. So I mean. You could just do like a vlog. And honestly, that's just extra content to post right there,
Well, that would be very much in light of, like, Bobby was doing all this vlogging when I last saw him. He was recording everything, dude. He was like, I'm making coffee, pulls out his camera. And he just got like a new iPhone at the time. I think it was like the X, and he was like, and I remember looking at that thing like, that was a gorgeous camera or gorgeous phone. And shooting everything in 4K. He's like, look how good this looks. Everything's great. And then he plugs it into his computer. And he's like, how long is this going to take to download? Suddenly recording everything in 4K is not the best idea.
Yeah, but you really think about it. I mean,
no, unnecessary.
It's a lot of transferring over and,
Even when the Series X came out a year ago, I was really obsessed with like making sure I had like the right capture card and everything. Like I want to get like in 4K, and if I get like best quality, blah blah blah. Like nobody looks at anything in 4K they just yell at stuff on the internet. They don't actually like look at it and go, that's definitely 4K, whatever.
Yeah,
120.
Except for Rybo. Rybo does it. I'm positive. Rybo would look at it like, yeah, that's 4K.
Yeah, and he would downvote it. He wouldn't even leave a comment or anything. He's just a downvote. Yeah. So I don't know, man. How you been? What's going on?
Man, I'm chilling. You know, I've been working a lot. I was telling James this the other day. For some reason, well, the first part of this makes sense. I've been really into collecting vinyl since the last time we talked. So I collect like a lot. I have a lot of vinyls over here in the corner.
What do you keep them in? Are you just stacking them, or do you have like a cool case or something?
I got a crate. I have a little crate over here.
Okay, like a milk crate kind of thing.
Not really a milk crate. I have a milk crate over here.
My brother would keep them in a milk crate. My parents kept like their like original, like not doing it for coolness. That's how music came. They have a gigantic like what the hell's the word? Like a chest, like a trunk, like a huge, like you open it up. If you like let go, that thing is going to take off your arm. Like the thing was massive and heavy and like medieval is kind of the picture I'm trying to. Like if you were to like lay down, that's how wide it is. Like as tall as you are tall, that's how, like it was gigantic, man. It's in their basement. It's amazing. Just filled with them. Just all the ABBA and Michael Jackson that you could. You can stand, dude.
It's crazy because I just bought not too long ago Bad, like the single on vinyl. For $5.
So what's on it? Because singles they're usually more than just the one song, right? It's like that and a couple B-sides or something like that.
Off the top of my head, if I'm correct, I know it has the acapella, the original.
Oh, sick! Acapella would be amazing.
Yeah, I think it's a club mix and then somebody else's remix of it. I didn't really read the back of it too much, to be honest.
Just got it.
Yeah.
That's what collecting things is all about. You don't actually know what you're buying. You're just like checking off a box. You're just like, impulse kind of thing. Where'd you find it? Where are you getting all your stuff?
I have a couple. Well, it's a mixed variety of places. Yeah. There is a record store downtown. It's not too far away from me either. Probably like 10, 15 minutes away. But it's a record store called Background Records downtown, and then I have a couple of other stores where I just randomly go to. One of them is called Second and Charles, and it's kind of like Second and Charles is literally a big bookstore, but they also sell like books, comic books, manga, DVDs, CDs, vinyls, just a whole bunch of random
new and used kind of stuff.
Yeah, new and used stuff. So, I mean, I've gotten a couple of video games from over there. Like that was the other part that I was gonna say. I've been really into collecting I'm not gonna say collecting old games, but more games that I'm nostalgic about.
I was gonna say he's gonna tell me about all the old 360 stuff.
Yeah, no. See, I'm getting to that. Hold on, I'm a run over here real quick.
I love we're going for a tour around the room. This is Ribo's favorite part of the show. We just grab random stuff off her shelf.
Grabbing random stuff. But this is kind of connecting to the other question you asked, like where I get my stuff from.
Oh, yeah.
A while ago, we were in Wilmington, which is probably like an hour and a half away. Mm-hmm. And I was driving, so I'm like, I'm going to stop at a record store. I didn't know that this record store also had used video games in it. So I ended up picking this up.
Yo, Kirby Air Ride for
yes,
GameCube.
I love this game so much. And it has sentimental value to me. So I'm like, I have to pick it up. I have to.
Dude, that's nice. Oh, I love it. You still are you playing it or are you just grabbing it? You just kind of have it on your shelf?
I'm going to play it. Yeah. My GameCube is sitting in the corner over there collecting dust. So, I'm going to play it eventually.
I was asking, I was going out for a run with Marcus O'Neill, mutual friend, and I'm like, hey man, I have a weird question, but what is it like, playing games and not having a podcast? Like, so what is it like? Like, are you like that's not the latest game? It seems like maybe you're just playing games for you, man. Is that kind of the deal?
I mean, yeah,
it seems kind of nice, actually.
Yeah, it's funny because I've thought about like playing the game and tweeting out my reaction to it, because I was thinking about that with Skyward Sword. Like, I beat Skyward Sword, and I was like, I enjoy this game a lot. And
that's what I mean. But don't you feel compelled to like talk about it? Like, you played this game, you probably put 30 or 40 hours into it or something like that. Like, I don't know, like, and then you just like stop. Like, so I'm kind of torn on this, dude.
See, my person to just let all my stuff out about is James, and usually it's a quick little conversation. I'll be like, this game was good. He'll be like, yeah, I liked it too. And we'll have a little quick conversation, and then we'll switch the topic to something else.
See, I need a podcast from you guys. I need like a 7-minute, just like, hey man, how you doing? Pretty good. I played this game. That sounds
really
cool.
Funny.
Yeah.
What's really funny is that in James' stream, we had a little joke because one of the characters in Kingdom Hearts 2, his name is, I think it's Pence. It's Pence, and he has a jersey on that says Dog Street on it. And it's a reference to another game. I don't really remember the other game like that. But me and James basically were like, oh, we're in Dog Street now. And then Ribo said, oh, yeah, I'm in Dog Street too. And then Duderino said, oh, yeah, I'm in Dog Street too. So at one point, we recorded an episode of the Dog Street Boys podcast. We didn't even have a name. This is the first thing I could think of on top of my head. The Dog Street Boys podcast. Mm-hmm. And we just literally hopped on the phone and just were talking about random stuff. We didn't have a topic. We didn't have anything. We're just talking.
You guys.
And I don't know. I think James still has it because he's the one that recorded it.
Time to make it a Patreon exclusive, man.
I know, right? One of us needs to make a Patreon.
The world needs to hear this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It was a terrible episode. A lot of ums and a lot of like silence.
Oh, so you're still like kind of making it a podcast, but still kind of being just a bunch of idiots?
Yeah.
You recorded it, so.
More being a bunch of idiots than a podcast, but yeah.
I love it, man. You guys chat often, or what? You guys just like hop on a Discord call, or what?
Not often. I know for sure, which you need to be a part of this at some point. Saturday nights, even though I do know you stream, Saturday nights, usually in James' Discord, we usually jump on a call together and we'll just sit there and talk. Usually it's me, James, me every other Saturday because I work like on and off. So me, James, Dawn usually jumps in.
Oh, no
Nasty
way.
And Tammy.
Oh, it's the morning for them.
Yeah, basically.
God,
and then every once in a while, Skinny Matt will join in. Ribo's usually there sometimes. Joel.
Do people just know to come?
I mean, we're usually in the Discord like, hey, are we getting on tonight? And they'll be like, yeah. And it's like, okay, cool.
That's cool.
So we all just jump on. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, I normally talk to James like every single day. Yeah. So like, I usually text him every day, all day.
Yeah.
Like, and Ribo, I mean, I hit him up every once in a while, like the same way I do with you. And I just like check on you every once in a while. I do that. And I haven't talked to Dude in a minute. So I probably should check on him. I know he's been getting really into like pin collecting because he's been posting a lot on his Instagram story.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice, man. Oh, a little jealous. What sweet things. It's awesome, dude.
Hey, it's okay. Don't be jealous.
No. I'm liking your look though, man. Your hair looks good. You're looking good. Yeah.
Thank you. I was thinking about like, because it's getting really long.
No, it's
extremely long.
Yeah, no,
this isn't even like
good.
This isn't even the fully picked out hair. Like usually, if it's picked out, I'm rocking like good little Michael Jackson fro. If I'm being completely honest, like a good, tight fro. Usually, but
no, I like it. You looking fit too, dude. You keep staying active or what? What are you doing?
Just working at my job. There's
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, every Tuesday and Friday, our truck comes, so I have to lift 30-pound boxes and move them into a freezer. Yeah. And then today was worse because my mom wanted me to go to Walmart and get her a table, like a foldable table. So I had to carry a foldable table, a chair, and a pillow.
I got to. Like, okay, I got this, no problem.
Yeah. So I'm muscles. Like, look, my forearms were on fire. Yo. I had to switch arms halfway through because I felt like I was going to bust a blood vessel or something in my arm. But yeah.
Nice. But you're keeping up with games right now, though, or what?
Yeah, I'm getting Sonic Colors when it comes out.
Dude, so excited for Sonic Colors. With you on that. I don't know why I'm excited to buy a Sonic game because I'm not a fan, but
this is a surprise.
I think this is it.
I'm a big Sonic fan. I don't talk about it often. I am a big Sonic fan. And this is funny enough, one of the Sonic games I haven't played, even though I know everyone has said like, oh, this is one of the better 3D ones.
Yeah. I think they're a bunch of fakers out there because nobody's been talking about this game, Like, who's talking about this one? Maybe it's just because, like, what podcast would we have been listening to in the Wii days? Like, none. I don't think I was listening to podcasts when it was just the Wii.
Yeah, no. I didn't even know. I mean, I knew of podcasts, but I wasn't listening to them.
No, I don't think I was either. Definitely not video games, because that would have been, like, the Wii U came out in, 2012? Something like that?
I believe so, yeah.
I think the next generation stuff, I think Xbox was 2013. It was a year after that. So, yeah, podcasts weren't in my life until at least 2012, I don't think, which is, like, damn near 10 years ago. What the hell?
Yeah, oh my God. We're old, Sean.
Oh, we're getting there.
We're both old.
I know, we're getting there.
My knees hurt.
My knees hurt. This is a Friday night. Like, you're a young man. Like, are you not, like, I mean, I guess it's COVID. Like, would you normally be going out? Like, are you being suppressed by the pandemic right now? Or is this like life just?
Oh, no, this is just life for me.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
Usually in my bed, not doing a damn thing, watching YouTube videos, and playing whatever.
What do you watch, like, YouTube on your phone or like your laptop or what? Like, what's your, like, just zone out on YouTube kind of mode?
It depends on what I'm doing.
Nice.
Like,
okay, so
if I'm making
time.
beats, yeah, if I'm on the toilet, funny enough, okay, I'm going to explain how it goes. So I usually use my Switch for YouTube, right? It's connected to the TV, right? You see where I'm going with this, okay?
Yeah.
Usually up there. I'm usually on my laptop. I'm making beats or doing whatever, or I'm just laying here watching it. If I have to, stomach gargle it, you know what I'm saying? Then
wait, pause for a second. What did you eat to make your stomach go like ooh?
I don't even.
What's giving you issues, man? What do we got to lock down here?
Let's see. Let's
because like milkshakes are out for me. Like I just can't do it, but I want to so badly. They're so delicious.
You know what's really funny is that I did this a while ago, and I'm very surprised that it didn't happen. Usually, I'm not even gonna say usually. It's not many foods that make me have to go like that.
Right, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one day I went to Sonic with one of my friends, right? I got a chili cheese coney with chili cheese tots and an Oreo milkshake.
Full on Sonic, dude.
I ate all of it and didn't have to go to the bathroom. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Those experiences are there to make you like try the next time. You're like, the last time it was good. And you're like, not every time it's a disaster. So try it again.
Yeah. Next time I go, it's just going to be full throttle. Like my stomach is going to be making like lawnmower noises or something like that.
Oh my God. Okay. So back to the YouTube. Okay. So we discovered some of the triggers.
So, gargles in the stomach, right? I grab the Switch out the dock and I go to the bathroom, and then when I'm done, I come back, pop it right back in, continue what I was doing.
Do you ever get concerned about like the cleanliness of any of that? Like, do we just like choose to ignore that? We wash our hands. We don't like touching things on like the bus or public transit, but like meanwhile, we're just doing this with our phones and not really thinking twice about it.
Yeah, I don't think about it. I was watching another podcast not too long ago, and they brought this up, and it was really weird because they were like, "Have you ever thought about the fact that your toothbrush sits right beside the toilet on the sink?"
I do think about that,
and then there's poop particles everywhere.
I gotta close the lid. Like, I'm actually at that point in my life where I'm like, if I'm gonna flush this thing, I'm gonna close the lid, and just because I think that helps. I'm not sure. I feel like if it wants to get out, it probably will get out.
I mean, there is that tiny little hole. Like, it's the regular lid, and then it's like the circle that you sit on.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's that tiny little hole that it can come out of. But I would hope it helps.
Why do we clean anything? Because we're just sitting around in our own filth. It's disgusting. Exactly. It's really awful. Are you are you at all a germaphobe? Like, at all? Like, I don't think that I am, but every once in a while, like, I think. Although I shouldn't say that because I don't know, like. Especially now, maybe it's a little different. I don't know if it's completely irrational to, grab another paper towel when you're opening the door to the bathroom, the public bathroom, and kind of like, I don't know if I want to touch that.
I feel like now it's more of we're like self-conscious of it. We think about it now, and it's like, ooh, someone could have touched this. So then we use paper towel. But before this, I feel like everyone was just like free game.
Yeah, totally.
They were like, I'm gonna touch all the handles without a paper towel,
and people's faces just walking up to them, just like
exactly, real good cheek rub or something like that.
Good cheek rub, cheek to cheek rub. Yeah,
exactly. So I personally was never a germaphobe. Yeah. I'm not gonna say, but I was always cautious. Like the whole thing that we just said, like the paper towel with the like public bathroom handle. I did that, but besides that, I was never like, oh, I have to carry Clorox on me at all time and spray my seat down at the McDonald's before I sit down. Like, no.
It's not a bad idea, though, to be honest.
It's not a bad idea. But
just carry it around with you all the time. Just like, you never really know.
But nah, I was never that person.
No.
Were you?
I don't think so. I feel like I feel like I'm like the laziest OCD person of all time. Like it's just like, it's a lot to keep up, to have everything in order. But there's definitely certain things that either, like, I'm doing it right now, actually. I've got a couple things on my desk that I'm actually just kind of squaring off. I'm not really thinking about it, but I'm just looking. I've got my Kindle here, and it was kind of off kilter. I'm like, well, obviously got to sit at a right angle to my desk. That's stupid. Like, there's definitely something there, but it's not. I realize that I'm not consistent with it. Like I'm not. It's not every single time. It's not like the truly obsessive kind of part of it. But I don't know. I want to be clean, but at the same time, like I kind of want have to live life too. I really am surprised, especially with the kids. After the kids came around, it's like my level of like standard for cleanliness has fallen like tremendously to almost like just disgusting levels.
Well, it's probably because think about it. Okay, you go to the living room before children. You go to the living room. Oh, it's filthy. You clean it up. It's going to stay like that for a good couple of days, maybe. But with kids, you clean it up. You go upstairs, you come back, it's dirty.
They do it in spite, man.
Exactly. So it's like there's no reason at that point.
I don't know, man. I eventually my car used to be really clean too. That was really the saddest part about all of this. And now we all kind of share one thing, one car.
My car was the same way. When I first got it, I was like, this has to stay clean at all times. And then at one point, it was one day that I just let the wrong. And I'm not gonna even say I let the wrong person. It was me. I did this. I was eating food and a fry fell, and I was like,
you can just see it fall
in the abyss.
And the salt just kind of like around it. It gets deep. It was more
one of those fries. Yeah, it was one of those fries where I was like, I think I can get it, and then I reached down and pushed it even farther, and I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, I went a long time, and pretty much any car that I've ever had, I've gone like a period, whatever it is, either a couple weeks or a couple months, like no food. And then you get into a situation where, I don't know, either you have friends and you don't want to be like that stickler, like no food in the car, guys, and you let somebody eat in it and you regret not being the stickler, and you're just like, well, years later they're not your friends anyway, so should have just told them.
See, the worst part is it's my family, so I can't just say, hey, don't eat in here. I got to deal with them months from now.
How are they? How are things with the fam?
Man, everybody chilling. My little brother's back in school. They're doing like actually in school.
Yeah.
My mom's straight. My dad's straight.
They still okay with you doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
really?
I ain't heard no complaints yet, so.
Oh, that's good. And they would.
Yeah, I most definitely would hear from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, I mean, I know I've talked about him being in the army, but he is currently in Kuwait.
Wow.
So he's overseas right now.
Sounds so hot.
Very hot. He said that it got to like 100 and something a while ago.
Yeah.
And this was before it even got hot here.
Oh my God.
So it's like, oh my goodness.
Do you worry about him at all? Like, do you kind of like passively say like he's over there, but like, do you like, is he in danger?
Not from what I know.
Yeah.
I feel like he would tell me if he was. He would be like, hey, this may or may not be going down. So just,
sure,
a heads up.
Yeah. He can't really tell you a lot, I'm sure, but yeah.
Yeah. From what I know, he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I know is I believe when they first were telling everybody, they were like, oh, this is a safe zone. Like, we're not doing anything big or nothing like that. We're just doing this.
Yeah.
So he's going to be over there until, dang, I forgot. I know it's supposed to be a year.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to get back around, April.
Oh, wow. Okay.
April, May. One of those two, if I'm correct.
Oh, gosh. I thought it was longer than that he had left for that.
Yeah, nah, because he left a couple months ago. So, I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah.
The year is moving by extremely fast from what it feels like. So,
can he beat you up? Can he win in a fight?
I don't.
Or is he use guns?
I don't know that part. He won't challenge me. I'm really every day.
He's a super being. He might be like God tier.
Look, I'm like, Josh, we have to race. Like, I don't know what it is about
race, like a
good
run?
foot race. Just a good foot race. That's all I want. And every time I'm like, no, he's like, no, Johnathan, like, I'm not going to race you. I'm like, why not?
Oh my God.
And he's like, 'cause I'm not stupid. So I think that means he thinks I'm going to win, but I don't think I'm going to win. So I have to do it.
What is he tall? Like, does he look like he should win? Like, I don't know if there's any way of telling that.
Only reason
I love that you have no idea how fast your brother is.
You have
no
idea.
Clue.
No idea at all. And the main reason was because he had to do so much running when he was like in basic
and
all that.
Mind blowing to me. I'm thinking about all the people out there, and I'm wondering how many people who have siblings have any idea how fast they are in a foot race.
You have to race.
Probably not many. People.
You have to race. It is all the siblings out there right now. You need to call your siblings and race. Everyone needs to be racing so that they can assert their dominance.
Everybody needs to be racing.
They need to be asserting their dominance in a foot race.
Not even because I don't know why. Maybe this is just like the YouTube algorithm, like seeping through this conversation. Because like it's all just like MMA garbage in mine, just like knockouts and stuff like that. So like beat 'em ups is kind of top of mind for me, I guess. And we go straight to foot race. I would love for this to be a thing. I think this would be amazing to do at Extra Life as well. We just like line up and just go.
That would be dope.
Talk to your doctor ahead of time, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't just like get up and race. That might be the disclaimer we put out here. If you're going to race your sibling, like talk to your doctor first. Yeah. I think some. It's like those
commercials. It's like those commercials for the medicine.
Yeah, see if your heart is healthy enough for sibling foot races.
Yeah. Exactly. But no, that is a way to assert your dominance. And I've asked him for years. Like, let's race. My little brother has raced me before, and he almost won. He almost won.
How much younger? He's quite a bit younger than you, isn't he?
I'm 21. I believe he's 15.
Yeah. I mean, so it's not like forever, but yeah, I would say that's quite like, I don't know, in the world of siblings, yeah.
See, but this is the thing. What I hate about this is he's the same height as me, and he weighs more than me, and his foot is bigger than mine. So, I look he probably looks young older in the face.
Sure.
He still looks a little young in the face, but I see like the couple of beard hairs and the little mustache hairs that I can't grow. So in a couple years, probably in a couple
Wouldn't
months,
you rather have none than a couple, though?
Yes, I just want none. Like I have a couple of like little scraggly chin hairs and like the mustache, it's there, but it's not like prevalent, it looks more like a shadow than anything.
This was the thing I wasn't prepared for in adulthood, was like that there's varying degrees of beards. Like I just thought you just became an adult and then like a beard kind of appeared on your face like Homer Simpson kind of thing. I didn't know there was like a failure level of beards.
I didn't either. I thought you just woke up and just boom, like beard,
totally. Well, and I guess like maybe I thought there would be like a period where you're just kind of going from a baby to an adult, and things kind of change. But it's, at a certain point, you should grow a beard. And I think that what I'm discovering with life is that it doesn't matter how old you get. Some people just don't ever develop the ability to grow an actual beard. And that's really devastating to me.
It's sad. I don't remember where I heard it, but someone was like, I just want the chance just one time to be able to grow a beard. They was like, I just want it once, because like the halfway, it's never good enough.
Yeah. See, my nose kind of like encroaches on my upper lip kind of area, so I actually can't get like a good mustache kind of thing going. It's just like this nose just like kind of keeps going down and down. It's like, it's not going to happen. So I don't know. Skinny Matt was busting out a beard for a while.
He was. His looked really good.
It looked good, and he was like, I don't think this is good. I'm like, I don't know, man. We're not just being nice.
Exactly. You have to hear it from your good friends. When they tell you you look cute, you gotta know you look cute.
You gotta know you look cute.
This is what everyone's gonna learn from this episode right now. That you have to race your siblings in a foot race, and that you have to start calling your friends cute.
Yep. A bunch of cuties. I always Mr. Badbit. I'm always calling him my little cutie.
Look, he's real cute. It was funny. I was watching the PlayStation podcast. I'm at the trophy room, tripping. I was watching the trophy room. My little brother came in and he looked at Joseph and he was like, "Why is there nothing like in the middle?" I was like, "Do you want to ask him?" He was like, "Sure." So I texted him right there. I was like, "Hey, can you FaceTime?" And he texted me like 30 minutes later. He was like, "Yeah, what's up?" So I FaceTime him and I gave the phone to my little brother and he asked him. And he was like, "It's a Hispanic thing. I just can't. It just won't happen."
Doesn't even skip a beat or anything. It's just like, it's meant to be. I don't know.
Gave him a whole whole spiel about it. It was funny.
Oh my god, dude, that is so funny. Well, I'm glad your brothers are all well, dude.
Yeah, everybody.
What did you say? Great. 15, 16 years old?
Yeah, he's 15 or 16, and then my older brother is 25. Yeah, 25.
What a split, man. Holy cow.
It's funny because my older brother and my little brother are 10 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so wild. He's 15 then. Duh.
Nailed it. Just clicked. Got there. You knew it from the start.
I did.
You're just keeping people on their edge of their seat.
Exactly.
How old is
just
he
making. Be? Yeah. But yeah, everybody chilling though. Yeah, man. How was the family on your end, huh?
Pretty good. They're, I think, mostly in bed right now, so I think that's okay. What the heck were we doing tonight, man? We were talking around the dinner table, and they're just laughing their butts off. Last night I came home, and Chelsea had them in like this this dance party in their bathtub. And it was like, okay, well, clearly you have she's just taking it all on, man. I'm just here, Yeah. She takes care of everything. And the kids have the best life for it, to be honest with you. So they're doing okay. Lincoln starts school pretty soon. He's going to be going to preschool, which is kind of wild when I think about it, especially talking to you, because you were there when Lincoln, just before Lincoln was born. Not you were in the room, but
I was there.
the community kind of came together and was like, here's the start of his college fund, and it's like that feels like yesterday. That really does, and he's 4.5.
Exactly. He's growing so. They grow up so fast.
They do grow. I mean, you right in front of my eyes, man. Like you and Lincoln.
It's really crazy because I saw a picture of myself today, 3 years ago, and I was like. I showed one of my friends. They were like, ill. I was like, wait.
Yeah,
they was like,
you're a man now.
Ill. I know. It's weird. It's really weird.
How are you dealing with that? Because I love what you're doing right now, just kind of figuring things out, which I don't know that a lot of people your age are doing. They're kind of just having some sort of existential crisis because you're supposed to be an adult right now. And I'm paying a lot of attention to this guy. I don't know if anybody knows him, but Gary V or Vander or something. Who Gary V is? He wants to buy the Jets. He's a really interesting dude. And I love a lot of what he says. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to say something great about him and then discover that he's done something awful in his life, or he hates some sort of ethnic group or something like
hates
that.
Babies.
Yeah,
hates
babies. I don't know. So far, I think he passes the stink test for me at least. And also, I just like the way that he kind of operates community as well. He does this thing that I've been thinking about. It's like a lot of kind of people, content creators do this with text me, they sign up for a text list kind of thing. Yeah. And I think that's a decent idea that not many people are doing, at least in this space. So I kind of follow him because A, I think he has cool things to say, but also B, the way he manages community I think is fascinating, and I kind of want to steal some ideas maybe from him. But the reason that I bring him up is because I think he's really good for people between 20 and 30 years old, because everybody's freaking out, just having these crises, which I'm no stranger to either. But just a lot of calming, you're supposed to try things out. You're supposed to experiment and take high risks and stuff, because if it pays off, then it's great. And if it doesn't pay off, then like, who the hell cares? You're still young, you know, like definitely.
I have to tell a lot of my friends that too. Like, I've made most of my coworkers are also like, we real cool. Like, that's the homie at this point.
Yeah.
One of my older coworkers, I see her as my little sister. Like every other day, she would come to work like freaking out, just being like, "Oh, my mom says I need to do this and I need to do this," and I was like, "Jasmine, you're 19. Calm down."
Yeah,
I was
dude.
like, "You are 19. You have a whole bunch of life to live." Okay. And then one of my other friends, like, she just was going through a thing of she's working 2 jobs and she's in school, and she was just like, "I just feel drained."
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, I'm not going to say I encouraged her to drop out of school, but I think I encouraged her to drop out of school.
I'm not saying that I encouraged her to drop out of school, but after we talked, she dropped out of school.
Yeah, exactly. You know? But yeah, I was just telling her, I was like, look, you're only, funny enough, she's 19 as well. I was like, look, you're only 19. Okay. You have time. Like, I feel like a lot of people my age often forget that they have time. And it's a fine, like, it's always a flip flop where it's like, I have so much time, but there's also the other side of it where I can go at any moment.
Yeah.
But disregarding that side, like, we have time. Like, I feel like a lot of people forget that they, like you said, we can try stuff. And I told her too, I was like, look, with what she wants to do, because if I'm correct, she kind of wants to do something similar to what Babbitt is doing, like wants to do like social media management and stuff like that. So I was telling her, I was like, look, like, you can always go back to school.
Totally.
You really can.
Yeah.
Like, and I actually told her about you, you know, because your story, like, whenever people are always struggling with school and stuff like that, I always tell them the same thing. I was like, look, you can always take a year off. You know,
totally.
You need to, then go back, you know, like, to actually figure out whether or not you want to go or not. I feel like people often forget that. I feel like they go in and they're like, I have to do it. It's like, you don't have to right now.
Yeah, like, where does that even come from? A lot of it, I think, is too friends kind of pressuring each other or just feeling like they've got to keep up with somebody else. Like, there's so much. It's funny because I'm doing a lot of this reading now, which I probably should have done back then. It would have maybe like settled my nerves a little bit more about just like, who am I comparing myself to, and like, why is it somebody else and not me yesterday? That's a dumb thing to do. You know, there's people tell this story about Elon Musk, who I just gave away the damn end of the story. There's this guy, so forget that part. There's this guy.
Oh my god, it's a guy.
There's this guy. So not Elon Musk. That's the funny part. So there's this guy. He's living in a college dorm or whatever, and really successful. He has he has a startup business. He's been doing really, really well, and he can't help but go like, I'm such a failure because my roommate is like this genius dude. He's making even more money, and the dude's roommate is like Elon Musk. And it's like, that is such a great, I don't know if I got all the details right, but generally the sense is like, why are you comparing yourself to anybody? Like, just whatever you were yesterday, like, are you a little bit better? Have you tried to be better? Like, does that, you get to define what better is? It's very freeing, you know? I had a kind of like a weird, stressful week, and then today just kind of things I got a couple, it wasn't even like a lot of things piling up. I just got a lot kind of done just this morning. And I'm like, what the hell was I worried about? And why do I always do that to myself? You know, like, it just, you get worked up, and then you get, at least for me, I got a nice quick reminder, like, that was dumb. You know, it didn't take me a month or a week later to go, well, I was worked up over nothing. It was like literally the next day. I'm like, that was stupid.
See, I can agree with the whole like comparing yourself thing, because I often do that a lot where, and it's crazy because it'll be with people that are younger than me or people that are like the same age as me. I'll be like, dang, they're doing so good. Like, they have this and they have that. And then I often like, I have to stop myself and I'll be like, some people are looking at me the exact same way.
Totally.
And they're like, oh, he has all this and he's doing this and he's doing that. So, and I often forget that people, like, some people, I'm not going to say they look up to me, but some people look at me and they're like, oh, like, Jonathan's doing really good for himself. And I often forget that how good I am doing. Because I feel like a lot of people, like, they have in their mind, like, oh, I have to be doing this, I have to be doing that, I have to be doing this.
Yeah.
But they often forget about, oh, I've already done this. Like, this is what I've done.
I think part of it, too, though, that I think about is that, like, I don't know, you're a busy guy. Like, you got lots to, like, in terms of, like, you living your life, you got a lot to worry about on your own. And how much time do you actually have to dedicate to think about somebody else, right? Probably not a whole lot. And think about that for anybody on the other side. Like, this is both a freeing but also maybe kind of sad thought is like people aren't thinking about us as much as you might think that they just
really
don't
not.
have time to think about you, so it doesn't really matter at all. It's just live your life, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of freeing.
That reminds me of like, I don't know if you've ever done this before where like, and I feel like everyone has done it, so I don't know why I said that. But when you do like that one really stupid, embarrassing thing, and then you just constantly think about that embarrassing thing every once in a while, yeah, I do that a lot.
Same here. Well,
I did that the other day.
Oh, what'd you do?
It's funny enough, it involves you. I don't know if you remember this a while ago. I was telling my best friend about this, how I fell asleep at the end of a stream where I was on the Discord call. Yeah, I thought about that the other day. I was like, that happened.
Yeah, but who cares, man?
Yeah. See, now no one knew about it, and I just brought it back up, and now everyone's going to go look for it.
But the other thing, too, is now people are either going to be reminded of they themselves having done something similar. So I've fallen asleep playing games, maybe not on stream, but the first one I remember falling asleep to was Grand Theft Auto 4, going on a helicopter ride around Liberty City. I remember that very distinctly for some reason.
That's how it always is. You remember, like, every little detail.
Well, I think because I am almost positive that was the first time that I actually fell asleep playing a game. I think that's why. So you always remember your first time, of course. So I think like I was just like, really? Like I fell asleep playing a game, just that whole thing. But yeah, like I played games, late at night with friends online, and all of a sudden you just look over at their character and they're just running into a wall. You're like, that dude fell asleep, just whatever.
He's gone.
You got lots, he gone. You just got things going on, man. I don't know. Yeah. I appreciate you. I don't know, man. Totally last minute. Like, hey, scheduling snafu. Patreons unite. Come on, man. Come on in.
I won't do it nothing. And it's crazy because I seen I'm not gonna lie. 11 seconds. I seen it. And I looked at it. I was like, I'm gonna give it a minute before I say it because
you don't want to pick up too fast.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe somebody else wants to do it. It's like
funny enough. So there were a couple people who were like, "Is it taken?" And I was like, for a moment, I just didn't want to ruin it for you, but maybe I'll kind of put this out there for next time. Is maybe I won't limit it to just one person. Like if this were ever to happen again, and I have to kind of give the the first dibs out to Gold Member Plus patrons to kind of go, okay, there's a spot. Like, hate to do this to you guys last minute, but first come first serve. But if a bunch of people are into it, like maybe we just do kind of like a out of nowhere kind of group hang. Just see what happens.
Hey, I'm down. That would be dope.
Right?
Imagine a group episode of We the GamerCast. That sounds dope.
There have been a few where there's been two guests kind of thing. Like we had like Lee Navarro and Becky have come on. I'm trying to think of if there was anybody else. I'm sure there was maybe one or two things like that. But I'd be down for that. I'm just down for whatever on this show, to be honest with you.
At this point, I mean,
there's hundreds of these episodes. So and especially with people who've been on before.
That would be good. And think about it. Like, imagine you have an episode and it's like, oh, I want James on here, but I'm gonna just put Johnathan in too. And then both of us think of something really stupid and we go on an entire tangent.
Then I fall asleep and you guys take over the show and I'm like, thanks for the hour, guys. Appreciate it.
Exactly. We go on a whole rant about Kingdom Hearts and then you're just sitting there,
But actually, that would be great though. I don't think I get put to sleep when people talk about Kingdom Hearts or like God knows what else that I don't know anything about. And also, who knows what tomorrow holds, Johnathan? Because this is the year of Pokemon for me. And I remember talking to you about like, okay, what the hell types there are? Like there's dark and light and fire and water and spirit or ghost or whatever.
I'm so excited for Pokemon.
I'm coming along, man. I really am. What do you think about Arceus? Are you like pooping on this like everybody else? Are you okay with it? I'm okay with it. But I don't know any better.
I always say this, and I do know better. I always say this. I don't care. Like what Kato was saying, like the trees. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Kato can hear it, and she can fight me. We can fight, okay? No, hold on, pause. We can race.
We can race.
We can race.
Wait, are you going to Extra Life? Are you coming? I can't remember. Did you say yes or maybe? I mean, it's still a ways out.
I said maybe, but I don't think I'm going to go.
It's tough, man. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I just wanted to race you.
You're straight. You're good. It's okay. Look, when we have our other thing later, you can race me. Okay.
We might have to sort out like some sort of like soccer field or something. We might have to FaceTime each other and pace it out. We're just going to be like, this is the same distance somehow.
Yeah.
and then we'll just race. We'll just have to do it using the power of the internet.
That would be dope. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be dope. But yeah, dang, what was I talking? What was I saying?
Arceus. I was talking about. Am I okay to be excited about this? Because I don't know any better.
Be excited. Be excited for that. I'm extremely excited. It's a whole different type of game. In all honesty, it's what most people have been asking for. Mm-hmm. Like, most people in the Pokemon community have said, "Oh, I want like an open world type thing where like it's story driven and you just catch the Pokemon, and you can just throw the Pokeball and stuff like that." I'm like, cool. Yeah. Like, we got what we wanted. It may not look exactly how you wanted, but I mean, we got it.
I want to be able to go to a gym to train my foot speed as a Pokemon trainer. I don't want to train my Pokemon. I want to work on.
I want to train myself.
My reaction speed when the gun goes off. I want to go after it, man.
Gone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is such a huge takeaway, dude. I don't know if I would beat my brother though. And also, if I did, my younger brother he's had knee surgery once, and I feel like he'd probably blame it on that, even though he probably should beat me. He's younger, he's lighter, springier. Yeah. Other than, I mean, now he's got, if anything, he's got brand new knees.
Exactly. His knees are squeaky clean and new and stuff.
All he's oiled up and everything.
Oiled them bitches up. He'd be straight,
Hey, I think they took an old part out of a Chevy and put him into his kneecap.
So he 100% should be fine.
Yeah, I think he should be good, man.
He should win. He should win on some RoboCop Terminator,
Yo. Is that even a reference that I feel like you might even be catering to me on that reference, but RoboCop, does that mean anything to you, the RoboCop?
I haven't seen either of them. I know who they are, but I haven't seen them.
Okay.
I know of them, but I've never seen. I'm not a movie person.
What about Aliens? Does Aliens kind of do anything for you?
Nah, like I said, I'm not a movie person, so I don't watch a lot of movies. Yeah. I know the people you are saying. I know Alien. I know
Mr. Alien.
Yeah, Mr. Alien.
Mr. Alien and his neighbor, the alien.
His friendly neighbors and all that stuff. Yeah, I know of the movies, and I know, if you say something about it, I'm like, I believe I know what that's referring to. But.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Well, it's good to see you, dude. What else are you looking up to or looking forward to this fall?
Dang, I don't even... Well, I'm looking forward to WarioWare. I know you're extremely excited about WarioWare. I've never played a WarioWare game.
I think that's going to be the funnest game to stream, to be honest. I think that, I don't know what the multiplayer is going to be like, but even if it's just me just being silly with that game, it looks so fun, man. It's only a couple days out here.
It's crazy because my brother just called me today, and he was just catching up and stuff, and he asked me, he was like, I have a question. I was like, what's up? He was like, WarioWare. I'm like, yes. Yeah. He's like, what exactly is it? I was like, it's just basically just a mini game thing. You just do the mini game as fast as you can. He was like, oh, I may do it. And I was like, I'm going to get it. He was like, okay, well, I'll think about it now.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I'm excited. I've never played one.
It's hard to describe. I feel like it's not really the experience you have in playing it is really hard to articulate of why that's fun. Because it kind of sounds like a mobile game. And it kind of looks like one too, if you really think about it. But it's just so the music and the art style is very kind of raunchy, but still in a safe kind of Nintendo kind of way. Yeah. What am I plucking these armpit hairs for?
Exactly.
That's just. It should give me
this is childish.
That's a good point. This is childish.
This is childish. Why am I enjoying this?
That's really it. It's borderline toilet humor, just kind of nonsense, really.
And I think that's probably why it will succeed. I think that's probably why it succeeds. Think about it. You have all these somewhat serious games. You have The Legend of Zelda, very serious. You have Samus, very serious. Yeah, Mario isn't as serious, but it's I have an objective. Yeah. But then you have WarioWare, who is all about farts and giggles and plucking armpit hairs. Yeah. So it's it's meant to be that,
Did you ever play any of the original kind of Wario game? Wario had his own side scroller before.
Yeah, he did. I did not play any of them. I haven't played a single Wario game. I've watched someone play the one on the Wii. I think it was I can't remember. I don't remember if it was
Smooth Moves, WarioWare?
Nah, it wasn't WarioWare. It was the 2D side scroller one. I can't remember.
I don't remember for Wii at all, dude. Oh wow,
that's more recent than I thought. You would go around and you would grab these money bags. And you would have to shake the Wii remote to get more money out of them.
Oh my gosh, of course, yeah.
So yeah, I think it's Shake It something, I believe, but
I gotta check that out, man.
Apparently, everyone really enjoyed that one. So
I just think about Wario Land. I think it was Super Mario Land 3, which was Wario Land.
I believe so, yeah.
And because Wario was so gigantic that like the big sprite actually worked out really well on Game Boy because it was really hard to see, especially if you think about like Mario Land 1. It's just so tiny. It was just like, I can't see a damn thing on this. It's got these little like, it's got these little dots, and I guess that was a coin. Maybe it was a Goomba. I'm not sure if I should touch it or not, but I guess we'll find out.
I'll jump on it just in case.
would if so? There was that rumor about like Game Boy games coming to Nintendo Switch Online. Like, would that be good for you? Like, would that resonate with you at all? Like, is that still too old or what?
Oh no, I mean, if you remember, I was playing not SNES. I was playing NES game. No, Nintendo 64. Tripping.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, like, would you rather 64? I guess is maybe the question. Like, would you rather 64 on Switch
Honestly,
Online?
I would rather the Game Boy games because a majority of the Nintendo 64 games that were really popular have already been remade.
That's true.
Like, I can play Ocarina of Time on my 3DS. I can play Majora's Mask on my 3DS. Shoot, I can... Remember, I was playing Super Mario 64 the first time we talked on my Wii U, you know? God. So, like, the Game Boy would be, like, perfect. It's crazy, too, because I was at the flea market the other day, and I was looking at the Game Boys, and I was like, I should get one.
That's a good idea, dude.
I should get one. And they had... Well, one store had the Game Boys, and they were like $80 each. They had like 4 or 5 of them.
God, that's been $80 forever, man. Like, that price is just held. Like, in that used market, it's the same.
I'm cool with it. I'll do it. I don't care. Shoot, I bought it. It was $75.
Kirby, what was it? Kirby Air, what is it called? Air Rider. Air Ride for what?
$75. I bought it, and I don't regret it in the slightest. But... Wow, $80 for that. I'm down. And then, but that was one store, and then at another store who also like sold. They sold a lot of stuff. They had like old video games, old comic books, action figures, vinyls, all that stuff. They had, if I'm correct, they had Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Green, Pokemon Silver, and I believe either 1 or 2 more. But it was 5. I think it was 5 of them in total, and they were each $20. And I was like. So the 80 plus, that's 180 right there. I can just spend that and just get like 5 Pokemon games off rip. You know,
pretty good.
So
okay, so Green, talk to me. Okay, so the Gen 1, I'm gonna sound so stupid when I say this.
It's okay.
Damn it, I just had red. Red and yellow, and no. Damn it! I
Gen
had
1.
It.
You were close though. You were close. So Gen 1 originally it was blue, green, and then they made yellow. If I'm correct.
That makes sense because blue plus green equals yellow.
But later on, when they remade it for the Game Boy Advance, they had Fire Red and Leaf Green, which is where you got the red from.
Why did they do that?
Did they have a red? I think they did have a red. I may be tripping. I feel like they did have a red.
Because so then is Gen 2 gold and silver?
Yes. Gen 2 is gold and silver.
Okay. Then what's the third one that they had on? Because they always have 3 kind of things, right? They always kind of add on the third one. Yeah,
I think the third one for that one was. Dang, what was the third one for that one?
I'm coming
gold,
along,
silver,
man. Like a diamond. Was there? I mean, they have diamond and pearl now.
Yeah, they have diamond and pearl.
Is that the next gen? Is that 3?
I was gonna say platinum too, but I'm like, wait, no, it's not platinum because platinum is the third one for diamond and pearl.
Right. Yeah, that's okay.
I don't think they had a third one for gold and silver.
Probably not.
I don't believe they did.
I'm not getting them in order or anything, but yeah, we got X and Y, we got Sword and Shield, we got what else am I missing? What else is there?
There's Black and White.
Yes.
And Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon, of course. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. I feel like I'm missing one.
Here we go, man. The kids are gonna get into it. I'm into it. We're planning on giving Ellie a Pokemon birthday party in November.
Aww,
she is all about it. She likes Wobbuffet is her favorite.
Oh,
I think is that how you say it? Wobbuffet?
Wobbuffet.
The way she says it is the cutest thing as well. I just love it. So yeah,
do you have a favorite Pokemon, Sean?
I think Squirtle might be my favorite. And I think that's what I said back when Kato and I were talking about this a little while ago. And now that we've collected a whole bunch, there's a bunch of look at that. Yeah. I think that is a very cute stuffy, man. I think probably Squirtle, but there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of really crappy Pokemon. Like, let's be honest. This might be the thing that turned me off of Pokemon in the past. Is just like, really, like I remember thinking this as a kid. Like, I could make that up. Just like this little squiggly. There was one, and maybe this will, if I can draw the image properly in your head, you'll be able to know which one I'm talking about. Maybe somebody else can pick this out. But it looks like both a sperm and testicles put together. Like the head looks like a spermie, and then like the kind of tail underneath it
I know
looks
what
like,
you're talking about.
Like Peter Griffin's chin.
Think of the name of it. Cast form.
Yes.
Cast form.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, dude, nailed it. Holy crap. I just kind of like threw this at you. I just caught this in Pokemon Go, and I'm like, that is phallic.
Yeah. And then it has 3 different forms to it too. Like, you know how it looks
no,
like
I don't want to see any more forms. I don't.
One of the
Wait, what did you say? Did you say raindrop?
It's supposed to be it's supposed to like somewhat look like a raindrop, if I'm correct.
Sure it is.
But one is a sun. I think another one is like a leaf or something like that. But I don't remember what the water one is. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
a lot of them are really stupid. There's I don't know. Have you heard of Unknown?
I don't think so.
Unknown Pokemon?
No.
Unknown is a singular Pokemon, but they had a whole movie, and there's basically a whole alphabet of them.
What?
So like, there's different. I mean, it's one Unknown is one Pokemon. Yes,
I feel like I'm falling into a black hole as you're telling me this.
It
like my mind is just like you're actually like
you're like I'm in the black hole of.
Mm-hmm.
If you show me any of the 800 Pokemon, I could probably name it.
Seriously, it was funny. I don't know if I talked about this on a show or not, but we were playing Pokemon Go with the kids at a park, and we ran into some parents, and the wife there was like, "Oh yeah, I knew Pokemon when I was a kid." And I'm like, "Oh, I know. It's just so hard to remember like all of them." And she's like, "I know. There's like at least there's like 150." I'm like, "I don't think you know what you're talking about."
Yeah, you
need to.
You
like,
ain't heard of.
That was like 20 years ago. Okay, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's wild. It's 800 of these things.
Yeah, that sounds low to me. Let me check my Pokedex here. Let me see here. And also, do I have to worry about? I don't even know. The more I ask questions, the more daunting it gets. I kind of just want to figure it out, which is actually me with like most RPGs. Is like there's a lot of people who kind of go in and figure out all the systems. They'll look it all up and everything. And I just kind of like I'll probably end up missing something or doing something wrong, but I kind of just learned it on my own, and that's kind of just the way that I like it. But that's why Kingdom Hearts trips me up a little bit because it's like, here's another tutorial for you to read. I'm like, I am literally reading these words word by word out loud. So I'm like not skipping anything. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're trying to tell me, man. I don't understand it. I don't know. Where is my Pokedex on this? Oh, there it is. I just found it. Here we go. Pokedex.
Now, I don't know if all the Pokemon are actually in Pokemon Go. I don't know that. I know they just put the Sword and Shield, like a couple Pokemon from Sword and Shield in there. I know that.
Yep.
But I don't know if the full dex is in there.
Well, there are 2 spots for Unknown. Spot 808 is Meltan, and then 809 is Melmetal.
That's the evolution.
See, these seem like they're just like Lego characters.
See, and it's crazy. Like how you said earlier, like these are stupid. The Meltan is literally just a nut or a bolt.
Right.
With like a dot in the middle, and he has a little body.
I mean, like, I guess after how many, characters you're creating, what else are you supposed to be coming up with?
I mean, they did just put eyes on a pair of keys and make that a Pokemon. They put eyes on a garbage bag and made that a Pokemon.
But I almost don't want to evolve any of these guys. They always look like... Chespin might be one of my favorites. Chespin is
adorable.
I'm pretty sure... Was that X and Y?
Yes, X and Y.
Because I'm pretty sure that was my starter when I at least started X or Y. I don't remember which one I ended up getting. Or Fennekin. Very, 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 very cute.
Fennekin is very cute.
Yeah, but I don't want to evolve. They never get cuter. Whatever this how do you say Quilladin? Is that just like how it looks?
I believe it's Quilladin.
Quilladin looks like a teenager. Like it just looks like, just grow up to the handsome adult that you're supposed to be. Like in this weird kind of quirky adolescent. I don't know. It looks like he should have pimples or something.
Everyone always says that too, and I find it so funny how like they always say if it has 3 evolutions, the middle one literally looks like a teenager,
and then
the last one looks like a grown adult.
Totally. Maybe Machop is one that like I don't know if that necessarily. They all just kind of look pretty weird.
Yeah, I mean it goes from Machop and then like I'm a grown up, and then it goes to Machamp and it's like I'm a grown up.
I'm a Goro.
Yeah.
Bunnelby is also my Ellie really likes Diggersby quite a lot, but it's just like it looks kind of bulbous in a way that is unnatural. Like you kind of got mutated by accident. Yeah.
He looks dirty, and I know he's supposed to be dirty because he like digs in the ground. But he looks dirty.
Why is I don't think his it's just it's a mutation. It's not an actual evolution. Like this just looks like something went wrong. Like they spilled him in some sort of goop or ooze or something, and then you got
Powerpuff Girls, Chemical X.
Don't think that's right, man.
Hey,
yeah. Anyway.
Some of them are just weird amalgamations.
Litleo, very sweet. Yeah, the things that look like animals, those are always going to be my favorites. But if it kind of just more creative, or if it's a thing that they made into a even Kingler, it's basically a crab.
Yeah,
that's fine. Snorlax, I don't know if it's supposed to be some sort of teddy bear or whatever. Or is it a cat?
I have no idea.
It's a sleepy giant. I mean, it kind of has cat ears.
Snorlax is just Snorlax.
I will leave you with this. We went to a gym yesterday. We were playing Pokemon Go with the kids, and we left Snorlax at a gym, which I think is a good move to do. I'm learning. And Lincoln was distraught that we had left Snorlax at the park.
Aww.
He did not like this at all. He cried the whole way home. He just wanted us to get Snorlax back, and I just said he likes it at the gym. He wants to go protect the gym, and he's going to make some money for us, and, he's just got to go to work.
We just put him on the street, and he has to work now.
We're going to leave him. He says he wants to have Snorlax back in my phone. He did not enjoy that one bit.
They sound like pimps.
Yeah, I know, right? Come back to me in the morning.
Yeah. Bring me my money.
But I don't know, man. I think I'm better prepared for this Pokemon than ever before. I know more than ever, and that's not really saying a whole lot. But at least I'll be excited maybe when I see a Pokemon in the wild and go snatch it up.
I'm happy for you because especially the fact that are you going to play Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah,
I believe
man.
You said you were. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited because I haven't played Diamond and Pearl, but everyone is always I've never played it.
We're both going to be playing for the first time at the same time.
I think Diamond and Pearl is Generation 3.
Ooh.
I believe so. But yeah.
Which one are you getting?
Or
both?
I'm not. I was thinking about getting both. But
crazy person.
I don't know yet. I was thinking. But if I do get it, I believe I'm going to get Pearl. Because mainly because I'm water types are my thing.
Oh.
And I remember talking about this with my homie Justin. I was telling him that I haven't played it before, but I've downloaded ROM hacks and stuff like that on my phone before, and I've played with the emulators. So when I first did it, and I played a very tiny bit, I got Diamond because I was like, oh, that's the water type because it's blue.
Yeah.
But then turns out no, Dialga is the Dragon Steel type, and then Palkia is the Dragon Water type, and I was like,
oh,
that's weird because Palkia is pink.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's weird.
Yeah,
but
they did that on purpose. They wanted to really paying attention. Not me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get Pearl. And we gonna see what's popping.
All right, man.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
I'm ready too. When is this? It's November. We still got lots between now and then, though.
We do. I feel like we have a lot of games coming out in October too. I know one off the top of my head is Super Monkey Ball, and I am so excited for Super Monkey Ball.
Dude, I'm I don't even have any history with this series at all. But I don't know why. I'm this is the year again. It's just I'm choosing.
Hold on.
This is the time.
Hold on. And I feel like you're going to be proud of me too, specifically since the fact that it's
snap on Xbox
too.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was one of those games that, when I was in college, I didn't have a whole lot of money, and I was particularly silly about spending money, and I would just go I can't spend my money on this, can't spend my money on this. And then I would get distracted with something else and go I'll buy that. And I was I spent my money just really in stupid ways, I think, back then. And Super Monkey Ball was one that I had in my hands multiple times when I worked at Canadian Best Buy. And I always put it back. That and another regret that I never picked up was Trauma Center, the surgery game on Wii. Did you ever play that one? Second Opinion.
I've never heard of that. No, honestly.
It's this anime kind of surgery kind of game. You use the motion controls to do surgery and stuff. There's 2 of those games, I think. And for whatever reason, I just never picked it up, and I regretted that and Monkey Ball. And I don't know why I had such a regret. I don't think that people were screaming about it and you gotta play this game, but they intrigued me. It was those were back in the day that I don't know. IGN was a thing, but podcasts definitely weren't. And I definitely could have been swayed by a sweet box art, man.
Super Monkey Ball I have so much, man. Like, you see this, this was all my memories of Super Monkey Ball. Just playing this over and over and over again. Like, I didn't even beat the story because the game was so hard.
Who the hell even knows there is a story?
The mini games are just so much fun, like Monkey Bowling.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I enjoy the games very much.
Man, I'm stoked about it. Well, there's tons of games, and I'm glad we got to catch up tonight, man. I'm really excited.
Hell yeah.
Do you want to tell people? I didn't really ask about your music. We talked about it last time. People should check out that episode. But do you have anything? Do you have anything for me to play at the start of this episode? Maybe.
Yes, I do, actually. You can play my newest single.
Yeah.
You can play the newest single. Yeah.
Okay, tell people where, then I'll put, you send me all the links, we'll put it in the show notes and everything, but tell people where they can find all your stuff and listen to your music, of course, on the Xbox Drive and on the Nintendo Drive.
Of course. But yeah, you can find me on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Google, YouTube Music. PME, it's a picture of me looking down, looking all sexy and stuff.
Yeah.
Then if you want to keep up with me on social media, Instagram, it is pme.jib. Twitter, it is pmejib. And then on YouTube, youtube.com/pmeent. And yeah,
nice.
We vibing.
Send me all those links, and people can just click them on in the show notes. We'll have them there for you, man. And I love you, dude. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, man.
I love you too, Sean.
Craziest thing about Johnathan Brown. Johnathan Brown's been on the show, I don't know how many times, maybe 4 or 5 times at this point. I mean, we've been going for more than half a decade, better part of a decade, which is awesome to say out loud. That's kind of interesting. I'll be probably saying that for a couple more years, I guess. But goodness gracious, it's so cool because, when you go from, maybe at least this is just me, but when I go from, 34 to 37, which is, what was the journey that when I started this 6 year ago, I guess I would have been 31, 32 when I started the show. Yeah? 2015? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's not much of a difference. It's kind of like when you get your passport done and they're like, oh, whatever, come back in like 5-10 years. Like you'll look basically the same. But for children, they change so much, man. And Johnathan Brown was so young when he was on the show to start. He's still a young man, but he's, every time I have him on, it's like this progression is so awesome to watch. And you can kind of go back and listen to him and listen to all the episodes that say Johnathan Brown, or maybe the first one was Purple Monkey. I'm not entirely sure, but very cool to catch up once again. And just this is like, it's a podcast, but that literally is if I just called him up and went like, hey man, let's hang out on a Friday night. That's basically how that would go, except for the whole like plug at the end. I don't know that I would end every conversation, but dude, he just had me in stitches, man. This go race your siblings. That's the takeaway, man. As much as I want to tell you about patreon.com/YumiCapri, as much as I want to tell you that you can follow the show at Yumi Capri's on Twitter and on Instagram, as much as I want to tell you can follow me on Twitter at Sean Capri, as much as I want to tell you to go to youtube.com/YumiCapri, Capri? Yeah, just one on YouTube. I want to also tell you that you should go race your sibling. Go stare them right in the eye, lace up your shoes, and go, it's on, bitch. See how it goes. I would love to know how many of you is this even a possibility for, like, hopefully you're still in, like, maybe the same city, city and vicinity are the 2 words that I kind of jumbled there. Race your siblings. I can't wait to do it. I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna hit up my sister and my brother, and we're gonna go race. We're gonna film this shit. I can't wait, man. Oh my gosh. Around the world, everybody's racing their brothers and sisters. Patreon.com/YumiCapri if you like the show, just even for $1. It would warm my heart. And I think that's it. At the end of the show, we do the thing with Jason from Heavy Rain. It's really the end because somebody mentioned it in like episode 4 or 5 or something like that. I hope you guys are all well. Be good to each other. And thank you guys again for listening. This is the end. Okay, bye-bye.
Jason! 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 Sean! Sean! Sean, where are you? Jason! 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 Sean! 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 Jason! 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 Jason!